All right, so my name is Bolu Atife Are, and I'm here with David of Abuja Real Estate. So
Hi
we're
everyone.
currently standing here at Prime Heaven, and Prime Heaven is one of our fantastic estates right here in the district of Kyami. And so, Mr. Dave, this project is very fantastic in the sense
Yes.
that it's just a 3 minutes drive from the expressway.
Yes.
And 2 3 months ago, I remember how bad the road was.
Yeah.
But as you can see now, the road is now being constructed on, and it's currently being tiled. So, what do you think about this new development?
Okay. So generally, I've always had this high regards for Kyami as a district, right? Because it's the first love of the Phase 5 of Abuja. And for me, I would say this is absolutely nothing new in terms of the infrastructure. Some of the things that are going to come up around the year 2026 is going to make this entire region grow, and also specifically make the value of Palm Heaven increase. So generally, I would say Kyami is a very, very fantastic location because it is located just in the heart of Kyami. That is the first love of the Phase 5 of Abuja.
So you mentioned something about the phase 5 of Abuja. So how
Yes.
important do you think it is for the fact that the Abuja has been divided into 5 phases of development?
Okay, so one thing I've always stated to clients and investors generally when educating is that the purpose of the master plan is for the government to begin or know when to channel funds in certain locations. Like for example, now you would see that Asoko is one of the most developed districts in Abuja or the FCT generally. And the major reason why was because when they were focusing on the development of that axis, a lot of major funds that the government pulled, they invested heavily into Asoko. So in terms of dividing the FCC, which is the Federal Capital City, into phases, Kyami is now positioned to begin to receive those funds that the government will now begin to, to put out for investment purposes. For example, now the Centenary City is also still in the phase 5 of Abuja, and over the last 5 months, we've seen that they've invested over 750 billion naira in construction of the Centenary City. So that is a major win for the phases inside of the city.
So with your explanation, so it's safe to say that people can now see or people can now know the places to invest in with the
Yes.
kind of development
Yes,
plan.
definitely.
So why do you think people
Absolutely.
still miss out on this kind of opportunity when we have this kind of data in Abuja?
So I think for us as a company, for my own firm, for the company now for Fortune Limited, we try our best to always put out videos to make investors aware of the current development inside of the city. So I would say that it is lack of awareness that is causing that very problem. But now, from my own perspective, from my own end, I'm trying to bridge that said gap and then provide housing solutions, provide investment solutions for investors by collapsing the gaps of lack of awareness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of hype concerning Centenary City,
Yes.
and it currently just hit me. People who will be walking around Centenary City will most likely be living around this axis.
Yes.
So how important do you think this location is for Centenary City?
I've always mentioned that the Centenary City was, in a way, ahead of its time. Right now, it's the time for it to shine. So people living in and around the area, they have easy access. I would say that Kyami is one of those districts that you have access to majorly all the parts of the FCT, not just the FCC now. Because from here, you can literally go to the south, the east, the west, and also the north. Right. So because of the road access, currently where we are standing, this road in front of us now takes us to Idu. This road takes us to Gogolada. This road takes us to the main city, and then this takes us to the international airport. So you can see that there is a lot of connections around. So this is very, very important for people.
So you also mentioned something about the kind of funds that the government is putting inside Centenary City.
Yes.
So one of the lukewarm attitudes people have with Centenary City is the fact that it has been there for a very long time.
Yes.
So how do you tell people that okay, this is something that the government is really putting their hands on?
Okay. So, like I mentioned earlier on, it came way ahead of its time, right? Because you will not expect the government to leave development around the city center and then come to focus in areas that are, as of that time, they were not developed. Right now, we are seeing that the development is moving in phases and moving towards this very part. So, in terms of the availability of funds, mostly for infrastructural development, I would say that the government are now beginning to focus major funds into this entire region. And to pinpoint that exactly, I was making a research, and then I saw that the government are putting in major funds into the construction of this entire region, and that was captured in the budget of the master plan or the 2026 budget of Abuja generally. So I would say that is largely the answer to your question.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
So as you've heard, this is a wonderful project. We're currently sitting right here in Prime Heaven, the city of Kyami. So it's very important for you guys to know that most people miss out on opportunities because of the fact that they lack adequate information concerning why they should make the right informed decision. They are now putting in 750 billion naira in Centenary City. And we also talked about the road leading from here to the expressway, which is a 3 minutes drive. They are currently constructing the road right now, and it's a tile road. It was not like this 2 months ago. This is why foresight is very, very key. I remain Bulu Watife, area of Abuja Real Estate, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.